The Old West was a time of gunmen and notorious outlaws, where the law is enforced only with the gun. In the midst of these tumultuous times, one man stands out among them, Texas Jack Vermillion. With his prolific shooting skills and sharp wits, he roamed the lawless frontiers, gaining a reputation as a formidable gunman and a member of the Earp Vendetta Ride. In this video, we explore the life of Texas Jack Vermillion, the truth behind the stories that made him a true legend of the West. Remember to hit the like button because it helps us a lot. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell to not miss the upcoming interesting videos. John Wilson Vermillion, also known as Texas Jack or Shoot Your Eye Out Vermillion, is an Old West prolific gunfighter. He is best known for joining Wyatt Earp in the Earp Vendetta Ride after the Clantons killed Morgan Earp in 1882, and his later association with Soapy Smith. John Wilson Vermillion was born in 1842 in Russell County, Virginia, the second of 12 children of William and Nancy Vermillion. Growing up, he was a Confederate Civil War veteran. He fought bravely under the command of legendary generals Joseph Wheeler and Nathan Bedford Forrest. The American Civil War, also known as the War of the States, was a devastating conflict that took place from April 12, 1861 to May 26, 1865. It was a battle between the Northern Alliance and Southern Confederacy. The Confederacy was formed by the seceding states. The root cause of the war was the divisive issue of slavery and whether it should be allowed to expand into the Western territories. The Confederacy, which relied heavily on slave labor, argued for the right to continue to expand slavery, while the other union favored eventual abolition. The bitter dispute over slavery eventually led to one of the bloodiest wars in American history, resulting in the deaths of some 620,000 soldiers and civilians. After the war, he went to Indiana, where he married Margaret Horton in September 1865. The couple later moved to Missouri, where Jack assumed the position of field marshal in charge of the eastern portion of Missouri. Tragically, while Jack was away, his wife and two young children became victims of the diphtheria epidemic and died. This loss is very heartbreaking for him. In the late 1870s, Vermillion made his way to Kansas before heading west to Tombstone, Arizona Territory. It is possible that he went back and forth with the famous Earp brothers and Doc Holliday before coming to Tombstone. On June 22, 1881, Virgil Earp listed Vermillion as a special policeman, or deputy city police. This was the date of the Great Tombstone Fire of 1881, which Virgil, as city marshal, had to face. Based on historical records, it's clear Vermillion was one of the extras Virgil hired to help prevent looting during and after the disaster. This is just the beginning of the partnership between Vermillion and the Earp brothers. The origin of Texas Jack, Vermillion's nickname, remains unknown, but the first time he was listed with his nickname was on a wanted poster for shooting a man during an argument in a pub. When asked why he was called Texas Jack, he replied bluntly, "Because I'm from Virginia." John Wilson Vermillion did not accompany Virgil Earp as a member of the Guard escorting him to Tucson on March 20, 1882. Instead, he joined the service team the next day at Tombstone, shortly after Frank Stillwell was killed in Tucson, making him one of the 5 men indicted for Stillwell's murder. However, he was involved in the murder of Florentino Cruz on March 22nd. During the battle at Iron Springs on March 24th, where Curly Bill Brocious lost his life, the other cowboys shot at the attorneys. Texas Jack Vermillion's horse was killed and fell on him. Vermillion was unable to retrieve the rifle shoved under his fallen horse. At that moment, Doc Holliday quickly pulled Vermillion from under his horse, and they, Johnson and McMaster, shot at the cowboys as they sought cover. Wyatt bravely rushed out, shooting at the cowboys with his own gun. In direct confrontation, he accurately shot Curly Bill in the chest, almost cutting him in half. Curly Bill fell into the water at the edge of the stream and lay dead. The lawmen's anger was so intense that, according to Johnny Barnes, the cowboys could run away. Wyatt's account of the Flood manuscript and Vermillion's family history suggests that he may have joined Earp more as a friend of Holiday than anything else. As a Southerner and having fought as a Confederate soldier in the Civil War, Vermillion probably felt a connection to Holiday, whose father was also a Confederate soldier. In John H. Flood's unpublished 1926 biographical manuscript of Wyatt Earp, Vermillion is referred to as Texas Jack several times, not as Earp's close friend, but as an estranged relative. This fact makes Wyatt feel sad in the memory, as the brave Vermillion stayed with him at Iron Springs when the other three men of his team, at the time Holiday, Johnson, and McMasters, fled under fire. Around 1890, Vermillion returned to Virginia permanently, settling near the town of Big Stone Gap and working as a Methodist preacher. He married a woman named Nanny Fleenor and had 2 children. Before that, in 1888, Vermillion joined Soapy Smith and his gang of scammers in 1888 in Denver, Colorado. In August 1889, he was with Soapy, Bascom Smith, and Fatty Gray Morris in Pocatello, Idaho. There, a rival gang tries to assassinate Soapy, and a massive gunfight ensues at the train station. Jack Vermillion's last life was shrouded in mystery and contradiction. Many sources claim that he drowned in Lake Michigan around 1900, but the truth is more complicated than that. Flood's biography of Earp suggests a drowning, but there is no evidence to support it. In fact, Vermillion family records say he passed away peacefully in his sleep in 1911. A photo of him with his second wife still exists, taken circa 1910. Census records from 1910 also show that John W. Vermillion lived in Virginia, near where Jack was born. This man is listed as 66 years old, born and married in Virginia, and has been married for 35 years to his wife, Nanny. While it is impossible to confirm that this is the same man, age and location make it likely. However, there are differences in the records, such as the marriage date is 1910, 35 years before, which is actually 1875 and not 1883. Vermillion is also said to have killed a man in a gunfight in 1890, prompting him to travel 60 miles east to Mendota, Virginia, where he spent the rest of his days. The graves of John Wilson Vermillion and his wife are located in Mendota Cemetery. Texas Jack Vermillion is a notable figure in the Old West, known for his marksmanship, courage, and loyalty to his friends. During his time as a member of the Earp Vendetta Ride, he played a key role in the fight against lawlessness in the Wild West. His legacy lives on through the stories and myths surrounding him. Texas Jack Vermillion, a true cowboy and gunman, will always be remembered as a symbol of justice that shaped the Old West. Please like and share if you find the video content interesting and useful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and comment below so as not to miss the upcoming interesting videos. Thanks for watching.